Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you the all-new 2022 Nissan Frontier. The Frontier was completely redesigned for 2022 and honestly it looks amazing. And this is the SV trim and it does have two packages. It has the convenience package and the technology package. So let me go ahead and show you all the features this one has. Under the hood there is a 3.8 naturally aspirated V6. It is connected to a 9-speed automatic transmission. This engine produces 310 horses and 281 pound-feet of torque, and the fuel economy numbers on this engine, 17 in the city, 22 highway, and 19 combined. Here is a MSRP sticker of this 2022 Nissan Frontier. If you guys are interested in the standard features this one has, just go ahead and pause the video. And as I said, this one does have the SV convenience package and it does have the technology package. And the price on this one is almost $40,000. So if you guys are curious about the color is called Gun Metallic and it looks pretty good on this Nissan Frontier. And as I said guys, the Frontier was completely redesigned for 2022 and honestly it looks amazing. And it just has that really nice aggressive look. And this Frontier is high off the ground. The ground clearance is 9.4 inches. But I really like what Nissan did with the redesigned Frontier. And overall I think the design looks good. And as I said, this SV trim has two packages. It does have the convenience package and it does have the technology package, where basically the technology package adds the safety features, like it does add the sensor in the bottom and it does basically add that camera right there inside this Frontier for lane keeping assist and steering assist. Nissan badge is basically the new badge. Nissan redesigned their logo and it looks much better, and it does say Frontier up there, which I think looks good. The hood has really nice aggressive lines, and overall the styling of the front of this Frontier looks good. And Nissan did get rid of the V-motion grille, so it doesn't really have that V-motion grille anymore, but overall design looks good. And the grille is finished in gray. And for the headlights are halogen for $40,000. I really wish that Nissan made the headlights here in the front LED. So everything right here in the front is halogen. There is no LED in the front. And if you want LED headlights, you have to go with the premium package. So again, for $40,000, I really wish that Nissan made everything right here in the front LED. Coming to the bottom, there is a bottom grille. And there is some tow hooks. The fog lights are going to be located in the bottom and they are halogen as well. But let's go ahead and move to the side. I'll show you the side view of this Frontier. Here is the side view of this Frontier, and I completely forgot, but you could actually get the Frontier in the S trim, SV, and the Pro 4X. And you could get the Frontier in a crew cab or a king cab. Basically the king cab is a door and a half and the crew cab is this one, so basically two doors. And if you get the king cab, you could get a 6-foot bed. And I believe actually you could get a 6-foot bed in the crew cab as well. But this one has the 5-foot bed. And I would personally get it this way. I think it looks very good with the crew cab and the 5-foot bed. Right here on the side, it does have that really nice aggressive look, and all the window trims are finished in flat black, so there is no chrome right here on the side, which I like. And the mirror does not have a turn signal indicator. I really wish it did for $40,000. And this SV trim does not have a sunroof. You have to get the technology package to be able to get the sunroof on this SV trim. And for the rims look good. You could get a different set of rims basically as an option. I think it's a $950 option to change those rims to like a blacked out rims. The size of those rims, they are 265/65 17s, and there is a ton of rubber on those rims, which I love. And you could add a graphics package, basically add some graphics on the bed, on the side bed, and it does add some graphics in the back. But let's go ahead and move to the back of this Frontier and I'll show you how it looks like from the back. Here is the back of the Frontier, and honestly it does look very similar to the Titan. So basically Nissan made the Frontier like a baby Titan. For the taillights, I really like the design, and everything right here in the back is LED, which I love. Even the reverse is LED, which is good, but I'm not sure why Nissan made the headlights all halogen, but the taillights all LED. And the turn signal indicator is red, it's not amber. Door handle is right here, and the backup camera is in the bottom, and this whole thing is finished in flat black. Nissan logo looks good, SV badge with the 4x4 all the way to the right, and the badges are finished in gray, which is nice. And Frontier is printed or imprinted into the tailgate, which honestly looks good. And with the graphics package, you could basically black out that Frontier. And there is some sensors in the bottom with flat black, hitch receiver, and the pin connectors are in the bottom. And there are going to be some LED license plate lights, and overall the design of this Frontier looks good. Here is a key. Has a really nice weight to it. Nissan been using this key for a really long time, I think since 2007 or 2008, and I think Nissan should change this key, but it is nice and light, and overall it is nice and small. It does have the new Nissan logo on the top, and it does have 4 buttons on it: remote start, lock, unlock, and a panic button. And it does have a physical key inside of it. To remote start the truck, lock it once, and then hold down the remote start button for a few seconds. And it doesn't have a tailgate release. I really wish it did have a tailgate release button for a $40,000. So to open the tailgate, you have to lock it. And then it does have a normal handle, so it doesn't have like a rubber button right underneath like most of the trucks. So lift the handle and the tailgate will drop down. It does have that soft release to it, and it does have spray in bed liner. This is part of the convenience package, and it is almost a $2,000 option. And this Frontier does have LED lights. This is part of the convenience package as well, and I believe those rails are part of the convenience package. There are some halogen lights up there. That's basically where the cargo lights are, and there is a switch inside of this truck to be able to turn on those cargo lights. Some tie downs, so there's some tie downs on each corner. And if you guys are curious about the bed size, it is a 5-foot bed. You could get a 6-foot bed if you want to. And with the convenience package, it does give you this AC outlet. So definitely the convenience package adds a good amount of things. For $2,000, I think it is worth it. Here is the door handle. It is finished in the same color as the truck. It does not have a sensor right behind it, so to lock and unlock the truck, you have to click on this button. Here is the front door panel of this Nissan Frontier. Top portion is finished in plastic. So this whole piece right here is finished in plastic. This whole thing right here is finished in, feels like almost leather, but not really. So it does have that cloth / leather feel. It is nice and soft. The armrest is nice and soft. The door handle feels very light. It is finished in chrome. Window switches, mirror controls, everything looks alright. The front, or the driver window, is automatic up and down. And overall, the styling of the door looks alright. There is no stitching on this door at all. I really wish there was some stitching on the armrest. And there's this nice design right here. It does have that almost carbon fiber look. And I like the fact that Nissan added some brushed aluminum right there just to give the door a nicer look. In the bottom, there's a good amount of storage place. It is nice and deep. A bottle holder and a speaker in the bottom. And those seats are very, very comfortable. Seriously, those seats are beyond comfortable, and I love Nissan's zero gravity seats. So Nissan did a great job with the seats in this Nissan Frontier. So I really, really like them, and they're super comfortable. They do have some gray stitching. And let's go ahead and move inside this Frontier, and I'll show you how it looks like from the inside. Alright, so this is the interior of this 2022 Nissan Frontier. It does look good, and it does look completely different than the previous generation, and seriously, I love the way how it looks. Steering wheel is wrapped in leather. This is part of the convenience package, and overall interior looks good. It does have an 8-inch screen, which is a good size for this truck, and Gauges look good, and seriously everything in this Frontier looks very, very good. Steering wheel design looks nice. As I said, it is wrapped in leather, and leather feels nice and grippy. And all the way to the left is going to be the volume controls, phone controls, voice command, and all the way to the right is the safety features. And basically you could control the distance, the adaptive cruise control. You could set the cruise control from here, and Nissan logo looks very, very nice. And all the way to the left is the headlight controls with the fog light controls and the turn signal controls, and to the right is the wiper controls. And the engine start stop actually looks very, very good. And for the gauges, again guys, as I said, they do have a really nice look to them, very easy to understand. They're going to be a 7-inch center screen, and it does display a good amount of things in it. You could go up and down using this control right here, and there's a ton of information inside that 7-inch screen. And AC vents look good. It does have a tow mode right here, and brightness control, trip resets, and the bottom is Nissan safety shield assist. And you could turn on the power outlet, the AC outlet in the back, like in the bed, and you could turn on the cargo lights, hill descent, traction control. You have the emergency brake right there in the bottom, and here is the screen. It is an 8-inch screen. It does look good, and it does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. On top there is a storage place, and for the screen size, I think it does look good. I think you could get a bigger screen if I'm not mistaken. Here is the backup camera. Backup camera resolution is alright. I think it could be a little bit better for $40,000 truck, but it is nice and wide. And the screen itself, it does have a good amount of clear. The system itself, it's nice and responsive, and overall it is a nice responsive system. There is a tune knob, a volume knob, and a tune knob, and hard buttons in the bottom, and the emergency light button is right here. And overall I think the design looks good. And that's right, the bezels are too thick, so there is a good amount of gloss black around the screen. I'm not sure if you could actually get a bigger screen, or maybe this is the biggest screen, but anyways, I think it's a good size screen. There is the volume knob, tune knob, some hard buttons on the bottom, emergency light button. That's where the 4-wheel drive controls are. 2-wheel drive, 4 high and 4 low, and you could get this Frontier in 4-wheel drive or 2-wheel drive. This one is the 4-wheel drive, so it does have the controls right here. Here is the engine start stop, and as I told you guys, it does look very good. And climate controls are very easy to use. It does have dual climate control, fan speed, mode, on, off, AC, and you could control the temperature individually since it does have dual climate control. And it does have the sync function. Basically you click on this and it turns on the dual or sync function. And coming down, this SUV trim does have heated seats. This is part of the convenience package. It does have high heated seats and low heated seats, so basically 2 options. And it does have heated steering wheel, parking sensors, 1 USB-C, 1 USB, and the passenger heated seats, and a good amount of storage place. And here is the shifter that will control the 9-speed automatic transmission in this Nissan Frontier. It does have a plus and minus. Cup holders are nice and big, and I really like this brushed aluminum. And the shifter itself is very light, so shifting into gears is very easy. And there is a storage place right here. I really wish it was a tiny bit deeper, but it's not too bad. Here is the armrest. It is nice and soft, and this is not cloth and it's not leather. Feels basically mix between leather and cloth. Inside there is a good amount of storage place. It is nice and deep, 112 volt inside. And here is the rear view mirror. It is nice and big. It doesn't have any buttons on it, and I really wish it did have auto dimming function. Here is the glasses holder. Does have some halogen lights. I think if you get the premium package, I think it does add LED dome lights. And here is the visor. It is very nice and soft, feels nice and solid, and you could actually extend it, as you guys see. And inside there is a mirror, but I really wish there was a light next to the mirror. Here is the back door panel, and the back door panel has the same design as the front. The top portion right here is plastic. This is that soft leather / cloth material, so it is padded. The armrest is nice and padded. Door handle feels the same as the front. It is finished in chrome, window switch, and there is no brushed aluminum right here in the back. And this is plastic, which is completely fine. Good amount of storage place in the bottom of the door, with a very big bottle holder, and speaker is all the way down there. Here are the back seats. Leg room is right. Headroom is very good, and for the leg room, it is the same size as the Tacoma and Ridgeline. The armrest is finished in cloth. It is nice and soft. 2 massive cup holders. There is a manual window here in the back, and there is a halogen light up there, and you could drop this seat down. That's where the jack and the jack tools are going to be, and you could actually lift this up. Let me see if I could actually lift it up with one hand. It does lock in place. There is a storage place right underneath the seat, and same thing for the other seat. And inside there is one AC outlet, one USB-C, and one USB, and that's how the front of this Frontier looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2022 Nissan Frontier. I would like to thank Dave and George Hart Nissan here in West Haven, Connecticut for providing me this Frontier. If you guys are around and if you guys are interested, make sure to come check them out. I'm going to go ahead and put the information and link in the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.